It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Well, IDC just came out with a report and said that hardware sales are going to be, you're going to have to make the adjustment for 2020. Folks, we all know that. We know what's coming. But here's what I'll tell you all. I think March will be a big month. The problem is it's going to be deceiving for people because you're going to think everything's all right. You're going to have a perceived stability. Because you know why March will be a big month? Because everybody's out there closing everything they had on the table, and they're good salespeople. They're going to close the deal. The problem is April, May, and June, no one's going to want to talk to you about a printer or a copier. No one's going to want to talk to you about workflows in their office. What they're going to want to talk to you about is how do I work from home? What they're going to want to talk to you about is how do I stay secure at home? What they're going to want to talk to you about is how do I live in the 21st century now that I'm forced to leave the 20th? And my friends, here's a fact of life. When people learn a new way, when people learn a new process, people very rarely go back to the old way, to the old process. You're going to hear people talking about, man, I didn't know I could do this. Man, I didn't realize the power of voice over IP. Man, I can't believe I don't have to have a phone system. Man, I can't believe that all my data can live in the cloud and I can remote in anywhere through a VPN. Man, Zoom's phenomenal to communicate with customers, to communicate with my remote teams. Folks, we're on the verge. We've expedited the gig economy. We've expedited the work-at-home economy. And my friends in the imaging channel, please pay attention to this. Because come April, May, and June, even if everything turns perfect, we're going to have a month where people are going to start realizing alternative ways to do business. Alternative ways to do business. It would be so interesting if IDC wouldn't tell us what we already know, like there's going to be a dip in hardware. What they really ought to be looking at is how many people are signing up for Zoom in the last 3.5 weeks? How many people, downloaded and joined Slack? How many people are living in a digital world that weren't living there before? How many people are remoting in to their servers from their homes? These are things that would be interesting for the industry to know. We don't really care about how much hardware is going to be sold because you know what? Hardware has been on the decline for a long time as things move more and more to the cloud. So my friends, take this time to study your business and think about the future and think about how you're going to help your customers live in this digital world, because what's happening right now has forced them to go there. And unfortunately, a lot of us can't help them while they're there. So I'm going to end my time like I always do. Status quo is the killer of all that will be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see you all Monday.